We begin our Sunrise Smart Start with some breaking news overnight. A 9-month-old baby is hospitalized in the ICU after first responders found him unresponsive inside of a home in Rochester.
Those calls came in for an apartment here just before 9 on Christopher Court. That baby boy was immediately hospitalized. At this point, we are trying to get some more details, but no other update has been released. We do expect to hear again from RPD in the coming hours. We'll keep you posted. Your Sunrise traffic updates here 10 minutes ago until the top of the hour. We're dealing with foggy, misty conditions for all throughout the morning. The view from our Greater Rock Sky Eye, I say dealing with that for all because some dealing with some rain, and we've got James standing by with the radar right now.
Yeah, Wayne County is the one spot we're looking at for moderate to heavy rain, and so if you're coming out of there towards the city, that's where the focus is. We've got another little batch that looks like up into Victor that's going to push into Perrington, Pittsford, and looks like probably, I'd say, Fairport by Penfield is going to get some moderate rain. So on the west side, you're totally fine if you're coming into the city from there. Otherwise, temperatures in the 40s now, fall down into the 30s. We are frozen tomorrow morning. Lake effect snow, we'll go over that in the 8-day at the end of the show. Brennan, Michaela?
All right, thank you so much, James. Turning to our other headlines and some new details here. A son is behind bars right now in Livingston County after pleading not guilty to murder and criminal use of a firearm charges. This is connected to the death of his own father.
The suspect, 30-year-old Richard Flegel Jr., was arraigned last night for 3 separate felony counts. Deputies say he turned in the body of 60-year-old Richard Flegel Sr. Monday night after the elder disappeared Sunday afternoon from his home in Irondequoit. The family did file a missing persons report when the dad never made it back home. Authorities eventually tracked down his car at a Tops parking lot in Dansville, but Flegel Sr. was nowhere to be found. And then Monday evening is when deputies say the son called 911 saying he was going to turn in a body. That prompted to a large investigation and police presence at the County Government Center's parking lot Tuesday morning, where deputies found out the victim had been shot. Flegel Jr. faces 2 felony charges in Austin for murder and criminal use of a gun, and in Geneseo for tampering with evidence, 1 charge there. No bail was set during the arraignment due to a lack of authority from the judge who oversaw that proceeding.
We have some new details about this 2-car crash that put an Ontario County Sheriff's deputy and another driver in the hospital. The other driver here, 35-year-old Ponell Kittles of Canandaigua, is in stable condition with a leg injury. We're told that the sheriff's office around 8 Monday night is when a state trooper was in the middle of a roadside arrest on State Route 5 in Canandaigua. When they called for backup, that is when the deputy who was injured here, that is Molly Turnbull, she started making her way to the scene, and deputies say she was going westbound on Route 5 at the time in emergency mode, and that is when she collided with Kittle's SUV near Mumby Road. Turnbull suffered serious injuries, rushed to the hospital where she underwent surgery for several hours, and we are luckily able to report she is in stable condition, though the crash remains under investigation.
The suspect arrested following last week's murder of the United Healthcare CEO in New York City remains behind bars in Pennsylvania this morning. A judge denied bail yesterday for 26-year-old Luigi Mangione. The suspect was defiant as he entered court Tuesday. The Maryland native is fighting extradition to New York, where he's charged with second-degree murder. Investigators say police found Mangione with a 3D printed gun in a bag and a silencer similar to one used in the shooting, plus a handwritten 3-page note saying in part, quote, "These parasites simply had it coming." We also heard from the suspect's lawyer, who says the defendant plans to plead not guilty. Authorities say the total extradition process could take up to a month.
Well, this is about that time. In a few weeks, it's New Year's, which means you're probably already thinking about those resolutions for the new year. Very common one we hear is weight loss.
And a lot of people talking more about this hype surrounding the weight loss drugs such as Ozempic. So new this morning, Aaron Spitzer heard from a doctor in town to find out if these drugs are good solutions for many or just for a few. Aaron.
Yeah, guys, spoiler alert here. These weight loss drugs may not be the right solution for everyone. I've spoken with Dr. Delendra Weerasinghe a few times now about this. He's the director of bariatric surgery with RRH. He says injectable weight loss drugs like Ozempic come with a list of side effects, including gastric issues, which can become permanent, nausea, vomiting, loss of around 40% of muscle mass, and potential for osteoporosis. That being said, if you are already on them, make sure to follow your doctor's instructions. Weerasinghe tells me that patients who already know how the drug works for them tend to get inventive around the holidays by stopping to take them so they can indulge. For example, the season often includes includes lots of holiday meals and alcohol, but drinking and these drugs don't mix well, and users may find themselves feeling nauseous and even throwing up. He says with New Year's resolutions, patients tend to come in during January, February, and March, and if that's your plan, he says it's counterproductive to overindulge during the holiday season.
What it does is it improves the body's ability to handle sugar. So if you're putting the wrong fuel all the time, it's not going to help you in any which way. So your results will be poor if you continue to put the wrong fuel into your system. So if you are going to get the best benefits with a GLP-1, not only Ozempic, tirzepatide, which is sold as Monroe and Wegovy, all those drugs work on improving insulin sensitivity. What that means is that if you keep on putting in lots of sugars, then it'll defeat its purpose.
Weerasinghe did add that obesity is not a choice, but there are contributing factors like consuming processed foods or not working out. So keep that in mind, guys.
Ron, thank you. Final check here of the forecast as we start to fall off again to close out second half of the week.
Yeah.
That's right. Say goodbye to that warmth today. As the Blue Arrow tells us we will be dropping in temperatures, snow coming in tonight, then lake effect snow showers tomorrow. It's going to be interesting, though, because I think a lot of us have full sunshine throughout the day as lake effect snow pounds areas to our south.
You warned us, get every jacket out of the closet,
Yeah.
maybe the sunglasses too. Have a great day.
We'll have another check of that and your headlines at 7:25.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.